Zach, I'm calling the banners.
Yes. You're calling the
I'm
banners.
calling the banners.
The Brotherhood with banners.
Yeah, I am calling our banners. So as we
Everybody,
alluded to,
everybody, everybody in the membership, raise up your flags.
please erect your standards.
Full mast.
High and proud. No, we can't get lost on that bit, Zach.
We can't.
I'm
We
calling.
Can't. We're on a mission.
I'm calling the banners, Zach. There's now like a number of human beings that is not zero that listen to this whatever this is. It's not just you and me talking about Game of Thrones now. It's now you and me and at least several dozen people in the comments. So, Zach, as we alluded to at the end of the last episode, I would like to issue a challenge to those fine human beings. Would you like to join me in that endeavor?
Yes, absolutely. And this, I believe, was something I pitched a long ass time ago, and that we just both kind of vamped on, like the idea of like how will we do this, and then we said, well, what if we just took like everybody's submissions and ranked them, and that is the Bastards of Robert Baratheon.
Yeah,
I'm convinced that all of them are in the books. I'm convinced that George R. R. Martin gave us an exact number because he planted all of them there, and you just got to go find them.
yes.
So through the collective processing power of our comment section, we can find all of Bobby B's bastards.
Correct. And we have a goddamn Google form. We're going to put them on a spreadsheet. And then, if you're amenable to it, Zach, we're going to make that spreadsheet public so that people can argue about them on Reddit.
Yeah. But that's actually one of the things that inspired some of the ideas that I had for like doing things in like a ranking was there was a theory poll back in the day on Reddit that has inspired me to make several ideas for future videos that we'll hopefully get around to. No spoilers, but it was one of the things that made me want to see like a poll of the Bobby B bastards.
So I have two things to frame this, right? One is
I want to say, hold on, before we move on from that, I want to say that I do remember reading through that spreadsheet that somebody thought that Jon Snow was the child of Lyanna Stark and Ned Stark.
oh boy, a true Targaryen through and through.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that person's perspective was. I'd love to hear it.
So I have two things to frame this, right? Number one is the Maggie the Frog prophecy, where she says to Cersei, "You will have 3 kids, and Robert Baratheon will have 16." I think you're right, Zach. I think that there are 16 bastards of Robert Baratheon hidden somewhere in the books. I think that they are all named, and I think that we can find them. And number two is the timeline, right? The timeline involved has to work out. On top of that,
Yeah.
I have another like little piece of framing here. In the show, I believe this is show exclusive, but somebody correct me if I'm wrong. In the show, there's the whole thing about making the 8. And I think that it would be really poetic for at least for Robert to have made the 8 with his children, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the like logistics of that are a little rough. We don't know if he ever made it to Dorne, but sure doesn't mean like he sure could have still met a Dornish woman, and done his thing.
Yeah,
As he's known to do.
done his thing.
I'm actually re-listening to A Clash of Kings right now, and it's like there's a line that Renly says. I think I forget which lord it is who says, "What's mine is yours," and then Renly says, "You have 2 daughters, don't you?" And he says, "Yeah." And he's like, "Be thankful I'm not Robert."
Man, Renly's actually really funny.
Yes, he is. I would say my one thing is I'd say try and find people if you want to do really well on this list who have dark hair and blue eyes, because that's like the famous Baratheon traits. If you want to do some research, if you want to get some shout outs when we do this video.
Yeah, because that's the plan, right? The plan is to have, if whether we get 4 submissions or 150, we're gonna go through them and we're gonna see what meme content you guys have managed to mine from the depths of the internet.
Yes.
Zach, which sand snake do you think is a Bobby B. Bastard?
Are we getting into my new theory that all of the sand snakes are adopted?
It's Oberyn Martell's home for wayward children.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So there's that. Submit your submissions down below. Submit as many as you want to. Try to give evidence. I am not going to deign to say don't submit memes, because I know that sure won't work. And also, the memes are the funniest ones. If you want to try to make the argument to me that Joffrey Baratheon is a Bobby B. Bastard, you go ahead.
I mean, he's Bobby B's son. He sure as fuck is a bastard, just not in the, I mean, actually, he is a bastard, too.
He is a bastard.
He's a bastard in, every definition of the word.
Yeah, I guess he really does fit. I'm really excited to see somebody's argument for Renly. We talked about that one. That's going to be pretty good.
Yes, yeah. We did talk about Renly being one of his bastards. There's I'm actually going to point somebody out in this video who, hey, maybe we'll have to see.
Oh, perfect, Zach. That's an A grade segue.
It's not Septimal more, by the way. The timeline's fucking whack on that. That would not work out. But
I'm not saying that you can't bring time travel in, but if you do bring time travel in, you do need to justify it very well.
Stay tuned.
It's the good old B plus T equals T. It turns out that the time-traveling fetus we just had the wrong father.
B plus T equals T? Who's the other T?
No, I said B plus D.
B plus T.
Yeah.
Bobby B plus Daenerys. Well, have you heard that? I think somebody on Reddit made the theory that Dario is actually King Robert after faking his own death. He realized he didn't want to be king and he'd rather just go be a sellsword. He talks about this. So he fakes his death. He starts doing a Rocky training montage. He gets ripped.
I was about to say that.
It'd be really funny if I went and fucked Daenerys. So he does. And he dyed his hair blue so nobody knows he's Robert Baratheon.
Yeah, he just goes and pulls the Uncle Iroh from the last season of Avatar. He just gets absolutely fucking jacked between books.
Yeah. Yes.
Gods, I was strong then.
We are 9 minutes in and we haven't even started the theory. Tom, I have a theory for you.
Zach, do you have a theory for me?
I have a theory for you. I started originally trying to make a serious theory. I gave up on that theory, but discovered a meme theory. In researching that meme theory, I found a serious theory again, and now I'm presenting that serious-ish theory. Although there's definitely some meme elements to it, as with all of our theories.
We're 9 minutes into the video and I'm already crying.
And you're already crying. That's great.
Zach, remind people how the game works, please.
So how this works is I have multiple data points that can be quotes from the books, things that happened to the Bad Dragon show, common tropes that people are aware of. We've done Bible quotes before, that might be a hint, and other things that will lead you to a prediction or theory I have about A Song of Ice and Fire. I saw the coup, by the way. That you can find more data by either sussing it out yourself by getting close or saying something's on there.
Oh, sus.
And
I can
if
draw
you
that
feel
too.
like you can draw a sus, yeah, you can draw an amogus for the audience. And the other way is by asking me to deal you a card. So I can deal you a new piece of information, and you can try and reconcile everything you see in front of you. That's a pretty good amogus.
That's not bad.
Not bad at all.
This is my favorite game that we've ever come up with. But for the viewing audience, Zach and I have actually come up with a lot of games and like meme formats and dumb shit to do together. We've come up with probably like mid-20s numbers of games, and I have never laughed as hard as I do during this show.
I have a fun story about that, actually, if we're going to delay the actual beginning of the episode even further.
Yeah, I might as well, right? It's 11 minutes into the episode, we might as well. I assume people don't come here for actual theories. I'm just going to draw more Among Us guys.
I mean, you say that, but anytime we have theory, the thumbnail gets way more views.
That's true.
So, last night I was driving somebody back home, and we were playing the alphabet game where you spell out the alphabet by finding individual letters outside of the car, like looking out and seeing like A in state or I in limit, stuff like that, until you get all the way through the alphabet. Tom, we ended up in a really rural area, and we were stuck on queue for 3 hours.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Which is amazing, because at one point we got out at a rest station. We said it doesn't count because we're not in the car. We both went around the rest station and couldn't find a single queue in there. We looked at everything that was written in there. I took like an extra long time just walking through the rest area, reading everything, and there were no queues. We both convinced ourselves at a certain point the letter Q doesn't actually exist. It was conspiracy that was made up just to screw with us with the letter Q. Then we saw one.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to draw John Delancey.
You're trying to draw. Q. Yes.
Yeah, he got the trumpet. Zach, you have a theory for me.
I have a theory for you.
I'm gonna read out. Q. I'm gonna read out a quote.
I guess it could involve Q, but go ahead.
Damn you! God damn you! No, you can't. You can't spoil the brand theory.
I can't wait for the ending of the books where Bran pops in with a mariachi band.
Trumpets. Wait, how does the Timmy Trumpet song go?
I don't know.
Does it go?
Timmy Trumpet? Yes.
There it is.
The song "Freaks" by Timmy Trumpet goes ba ba da ba 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 da 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 da. I'm actually working on a remix of that right now.
Perfect. On a related note, because we're just sitting here riffing. This is the part of the show where we riff.
That's most parts of the show.
That's true.
we have a theory that we're starting 14 minutes into the video.
Quote: "The mother and father made us in their image, Hugor. We should glory in our bodies, for they are the work of gods."
And that is your first piece of evidence.
Septa Lemore to Tyrion Lannister. Is this while they're sailing? Because
I believe it is.
Tyrion, he likes to sleep on the deck of the boat. I've probably, somewhat interestingly, I've probably read Dance more than any of the books. I've probably read Dance like at this point 5 or 6 times. I like that book. I think it's really good.
Why would you put yourself through that many Daenerys chapters?
Because the Tyrion chapters make up for it? Question mark?
That's fair. That's a good answer.
And man, the skip chapter button on Audible is just so easily accessible.
That's fair.
He's like sleeping up on deck, and Septa Lemore comes up and frankly strips naked and dives into the river, and they have this, I think, like as wholesome as these books ever get is this scene where he's like, "Hey, you're pretty hot," and she's like, "Thanks, but you know I'm a septa," you know, and she like flirts back, and they have this like pleasant little like like flirtatious scene.
It's about as wholesome as a scene of a nun skinny dipping can be.
And for a Song of Ice and Fire for Game of Thrones, that's pretty, you know. I'd say that's top 20%.
That'd be edgy in other people's books, but in A Song of Ice and Fire, that's like, oh, that's kind of sweet. Nobody's being horrifyingly tortured or burned alive.
Yeah. It's just two people being coy with each other, one of whom is naked.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not even like on the spectrum of sexualized scenes in Game of Thrones. This is like not really that, many. This is like really not that sexualized. It's really just like two people who are like pretty close to cabin mates who see each other naked because they're stuck together in a confined space for days at a time. Cracking jokes.
They have to get comfortable with it. Yeah, they just have to get comfortable with it. Yeah, like there's no way for them not to see each other naked. Like occasionally, like they're in a really cramped boat. Like they're just cool with it.
Yeah. All right. So that's this scene. Shall we move on? Shall we move on from the first sentence?
Yes. Well, that's not even the first sentence. That's just the context.
Perfect. Okay. So I'm gonna start like digging around in this brain space. Here's something related. The Summer Islands have this, I think, very interesting view of sex, especially in the like feudal society that is supposed to be depicted by Game of Thrones. They're very open with their sexualities. To the point where, if I recall correctly, everyone is required to serve like 2 years at the like they're required to serve 2 years at like a pleasure house at the temples, I think they call them. Is that related? Am I barking up a tree that might lead somewhere?
Yes, I think. Sorry, repeat that last bit again.
God of Tits and Wine.
Yeah, you're barking up a very, very, very good tree.
Okay, all right. I believe that this is only actually, like directly manifested in the books once.
I'll give you the quote that you're like beating around the bush of.
Oh, perfect.
Because the God of Tits and Wine is from the Summer Isles. We do have a character who's from the Summer Isles. Her name is Chitea, and she says this.
Oh no.
The gods made our bodies as well as our souls. Is it not so? They gave us voices, so we might worship them with song.
They gave
us hands,
that we might worship them with song.
They gave us hands, so we might build them temples.
Okay. They gave us hands that we might build them temples.
And they gave us desire, so we might mate and worship them in that way.
This is Chitea to Tyrion?
Yes, that is also to Tyrion.
And this is in the second or third book.
Let me confirm that. I think you're right.
Yeah, because this is where he goes to the brothel in King's Landing, and then sneaks out through the back door.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And I believe this is the kid of the person who runs the brothel.
No. Chitea is the person who runs the brothel.
Oh,
brothel.
Okay.
Alea is the daughter.
Perfect.
Called Yaya. Everybody calls her Yaya.
Alea,
by the
that's
way,
right.
Maybe like the timeline's not terrible for her to be Bobby B's kid. Like she's born right at the same time that Bobby B was getting coronated, if the first thing he did was visit a brothel, like that could work.
Which I would
You know,
not
she
put
does not
past
have
him.
blue eyes. She does not have blue eyes. She does have dark hair, which admittedly she's from the Summer Islands, so there was like one choice there. But like we don't know wholly the genetics of the world of Ice and Fire.
Well,
So
I assure you, we will
we'll
return to that in the next video.
we'll call that one a shrug tier.
We have a whole we have a whole genetics video we're about to do. Did I spell this person's name right?
No, I think it's an I instead of an A. Yeah.
Chitaya? Is that correct?
So no, sorry, the other way around. There are no I's; it's only A's.
Oh,
There we go.
perfect. All right. Get small. All right. Okay. So Zach, this is a horny theory.
Ooh, maybe. There's definitely an implication there, right?
All right. So this worship of the love goddess, I believe, is manifested in one other scene. After Aemon dies, it is revealed through Kuhuro Mo. Is that the name of the ship's captain? The captain of the Cinnamon Wind? When they're sailing back to Old Town, Aemon has died, and the captain of the ship is like, you and Gilly should get your we're on a ship. Let me buy you 2 tickets to Bone Town, because that's how we worship in the Summer Isles. That's how we like celebrate a person's death. You know what I mean?
Yes, we when somebody dies, we make sure that the next person comes into existence to fill the void.
Which
Also,
now that I'm
you remember
thinking,
the name, you remember the name of the captain of the Cinnamon Wind, which nobody else will ever do.
what Kuhoromo? You don't know Kuhoromo?
Yeah, Who doesn't know? Who doesn't know Kuhoromo?
Who doesn't know Kuhoromo? Also, I just want to note that now that I'm saying it out loud, that seems like a line that like you would say at a bar to somebody that you're trying to chat up. A good friend of mine just died, and well, the way I mourn is to see that new life has a chance to be created. I hate this. Zach, is there more fruit in that tree up which I'm barking?
I think you've got all the stuff I have here about the Summer Islands specifically.
Okay. All right.
Wait, no, actually, you did nail something I just didn't tell you about.
Oh.
Yeah. The act of having sex is considered a holy skill in the Summer Islands. Or I think they refer to it as the act of lovemaking in the books is considered like
Oh, you're right.
a holy thing in the Summer Islands, and has a lot of like ceremonial like purposes. You were exactly barking up that tree. I should give you that point specifically.
Okay, perfect. So we'll put that up there. And then we'll think. Why, oh why, are we doing another member theory?
This is not a membership theory, and this is also not going to go in the direction you're probably thinking.
You're right, Zach. What do I get any dings if I say the words "get on your knees and pray"?
No.
How'd you like to come back to my place and worship the love goddess?
Is that what Stannis meant when he said "pray harder"?
Yep, there it is. Those are the jokes. Okay, let's think. How about okay, all right, how about this then? How about this?
Mhm.
So this is a form of worship, right? Let's think about some other forms of worship. I am reminded of a Tyrion Lannister quote that I believe is our first introduction in the show, at least, to the god of the Summer Islands. The drowned god wants men drowned. The Lord of Light wants men burned. Where is the god of tits and wine? So R'hllor likes to the worshippers of R'hllor burn people alive. The worshippers of the old gods sacrifice people in front of heart trees. The people who the worshippers of the Seven go and pray at septs and use crystals. It's not really clear. Let's see. What else?
You brushed up against something real close. You got there. You got real close to something with the Faith of the Seven.
Oh, the worshippers of the Faith of Seven. They build septs. There's 7 deities. They're a very, like, I might almost use the phrase commercial religion. You know what I mean? They're very bureaucratic.
I think you got close enough. You should put down the Faith of the Seven has 7 aspects, but is one god.
Has one god with 7 aspects.
I guess is one god with 7 aspects for better grammar reasons, but yes.
Features.
Yes.
You know what?
That's a good way to.
It's been a while since I've made the grammar nerds mad. Does.
Does the Faith of the Seven is one god? Question mark.
What? Will you eat 7 aspects? No, we'll just take one god, thanks. We'll just do one.
Can we have 7 aspects? No, we have 7 aspects at home.
7 aspects at home. Leave your real world religion jokes in the comments, and let's see how fast they get flagged. Don't do that.
Everybody in the comments post your favorite Song of Ice and Fire quote, but put in the figure from a major religion instead of somebody else's name.
Yes,
if there's a name in the quote.
And
if it's Promise Me Ned, it's got to be Promise Me Moses.
And do that. Put it in quotation marks. Hit the Enter key, and then type -Zach.
Oh man, I really walked right into that one.
Oh yeah,
I'm on board. I'm on board.
There it is. There it is. Oh man. What strange can of worms have we opened into this strange fandom, Zach?
The worst part is like now all like I have a lot of friends who are like I'd love to watch your channel, but I don't know anything about A Song of Ice and Fire, and I'm gonna tell them about this comment section, and they're gonna be all over this video.
Dude, like I need to like I have exactly the opposite position. I'm like I don't want anyone to I don't want anyone to see this.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's bad and dumb.
Yeah, people seem to enjoy it, which is fine. We're doing this because we enjoy it.
Yeah.
The fact that everybody else does is just fine. All right, Tom.
Yeah.
You're barking up some trees here.
Zach, Big Toad.
Big Toad's not in here.
Damn it! I love Big Toad.
Big Toad's pretty great.
You know I love Big Toad.
Big Toad's not gonna be part of this plot line. He's too busy fighting the giant robots.
Yeah, he's too busy fighting Barristan Selmy piloting piloting the Harpy of Miriam. Zach, can we make a Hypnotoad theory? Can we do that for me?
Ooh, that there's actually, Tom, there's textual evidence for that.
There is. There's textual evidence for that. Okay. So we're talking about the Faith of the Seven. The Faith of the Seven also has like a very interesting hierarchy, right? It's sort of designed to mirror traditional Catholicism. Catholicism circa like up to like 70, 80 years ago, right? Where there is a leadership, and that leadership has a conclave, and that conclave picks the leadership. Also, they wear a crystal crown. The High Septon wears a crystal crown, and it's kind of baller, to be honest.
Yes.
Except for the current High Septon, who is the High Sparrow. I was hoping for a ding there. All right, let's go back to the original. Let's go back to the original quote. Okay.
You're very close. If you want to bark up the Christianity tree, it's gonna be very fruitful for this theory.
Oh gosh.
I think you're going in the wrong-ish direction. If you're going for the history of Catholicism, I'd love to talk about the things I learned in college, going to a Catholic school.
Oh yeah, I'd love to talk about the things
not being Catholic.
I'd love to talk about the things that I learned when I was goddamn 9.
Yeah, you got in earlier on that like information pipeline. I was raised Presbyterian, so when I went to a Catholic school, it's like, this is interesting.
I bet
the version of Christianity I was raised in was a lot more like chill about all this shit.
I bet I could still recite the Nicene Creed if you put a gun to my head.
Can you do it like Rap Godspeed?
No, I'd need to practice, and I never will again.
Let's go. And
yeah, get a little. Okay, yeah, sure. You want to talk about the history of Christianity, Zach? You want to talk about the history of Christianity?
No. History of Christianity is probably a bad route to go down. As fun as that would be to talk about.
Damn it.
I'm thinking more about direct Bible quotes might give you some dings.
Oh my
or at
god!
The very least, talking specifically about a part of the Bible.
Zach,
this might be the is this the second or third video with Bible quotes as evidence?
This will be number 2. Okay. Zach, you do understand that the Bible is nearly as thick as our membership, right?
Yeah. Well. Yes, but we're also pulling quotes from the Song of Ice and Fire series, which is thicker than anyone's membership.
I guess I don't know.
Look, there's only one really cool part of the Bible.
You talking about the story of Job?
No, that's like the opposite of cool.
You talking about Ruth?
That's a no good time for anyone.
You talking about the book of Ruth? You talking about Samson? Zach, you talking about Samson? You want to talk about long hair?
Are we ranking the like stories of the Bible by coolness now?
Stay tuned for our Books of the Bible tier list.
Books of the Bible tier list. That is sacrilegious as shit, and I'm on board for it.
Yeah.
Look at this fucking Leviticus piece of shit. Just a list of things that's telling me not
to
do.
It's just a fucking list, bud.
Every time I say that I'm not supposed to eat shellfish, it just makes me want to eat more shellfish.
Yeah, come on. You gotta understand that that's just what people want to do. When it says that a man who lays with a man is an abomination, you know what that makes me want to do, right?
Yeah, do that while eating shellfish.
Yeah. Shellfish is the name of the guy.
I can't wait for one of the suggestions in our Bobby B. Bastard thing now to be shellfish. His characteristics are that he was mentioned in this video.
I hear Robert Baratheon he's not very giving in bed.
He's a little shellfish.
He's a shellfish lover.
I can't believe that Bobby B would just pull the old hump and dump on Patchface's adoptive mother.
We know that why the drowned god's so wet. It's all the tears.
There's another possibility.
Oh my God! Will someone please like when you're after you've submitted 3 or 4 real Bobby B bastards and then 3 or 4 meme Bobby B bastards, please give me 3 or 4 Bobby B hybrids with the deities, please give me that.
Oh God, we're never gonna finish that video.
Oh my God. You talking, Zach? I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the Book of Revelations.
I'm talking about the Book of Revelation.
Book of Revelations, which is so damn baller. Although there's a lot of lists in that one too. There are a couple of sections, if I recall correctly, that are just kind of lists of things that are gonna happen.
Yes.
And they kind of don't. But they really needed like a second round of editing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is really unfocused.
Just
However,
a second pass at the
Wonderful imagery in there, though. Wonderful imagery.
It's down there with F. Scott Fitzgerald, to be honest. This is a good time to plug the Great Gatsby video if you want to hear me talk about it for 6 hours. Zach, in the Book of Revelation, you want to talk about the 4 horsemen?
No, you're barking in the right direction, but
okay. He rode a pale horse, and his name was Death, and hell followed with him, if I recall correctly. It's from the Book of Revelations that we get the number of the beast. We get the number 666 because I believe that the mark of the beast has that chiseled into his chest. I seem to recall there's some sort of translation error that it's originally not actually a number, that those 3 symbols mean something else, but like English-speaking Christians in like the 40s were like, it's 3 6s.
Sorry, I was distracted trying to think of like naming cocktails after every horse of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse, and then like serving them as like a flight.
Okay, sure.
That's fun. That's another challenge in the comments.
We can do that tangent.
Make a cocktail for every horseman of the apocalypse. That's your other challenge. Your comments are like we're assigning people like an essay in the comments.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude, some people answer in like essay format. It's so good. There are comments that I have spent like multiple minutes reading with just this giant grin on my face. A whole bunch of people have done who poisoned Joffrey things already, and they're amazing. They're incredible. One person said, my favorite that I saw so far, I think, is Ned died in King's Landing, warged into a bird, then Ned as that bird conspired to be put into the pie, and then Ned poisoned Joffrey to save Sansa.
I'm sold.
Me too.
Somebody stole my theory that Tyrion wasn't the target. Joffrey wasn't the target. There was no target. Joffrey actually just choked on the pie. That's
really funny. That's really funny. Like all of the crazy ass brand shit we've been talking about is very George Martin. That's also very George Martin.
Yes. Okay. What else is in Revelation?
Revelations? I believe descriptions of plagues. The description of the end of days is in there.
Yes.
Fire and brimstone raining from the sky, earthquakes, that kind of thing.
There's another figure associated with that era.
Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
Yeah. Yes, this is the Ghostbusters theory, by the way.
Ghostbuster. I hardly even know her. No! I take it back. Hit the button. Ghostbuster is what you... Never mind. Zach, I don't know where we're going. Are we looking for Lucifer?
Would you like to try barking up other trees? Because there are still plenty of trees to bark up. Or would
Sure.
you like me to deal you a card?
You know what? Yeah, give me a card. Give me a card. That sounds fun. I'll see if I can connect anything back to my good Catholic boy education.
Hold on.
Do you remember the movie Jingle All the Way starring Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I do remember Jingle All the Way, yes.
There's a line in that movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger asks where his wife is, and the kid says outside petting Ted. And that just pops into my brain sometimes.
Tom, here's a card for you.
Turbo Man. Go ahead.
Peter Baelish owns several brothels.
Oh, that's true. Peter Baelish.
Pitaya. I've been re-listening to the audiobook, so it's Pitaya.
Oh, dude, it's disgusting. It's a nightmare.
The Brian of Tarth, by the way. I was back to the introduction of Brian, and Ray Dotrice is Brian of Tarth.
Brian. And he commits to every syllable he ever says. Brian.
Yes.
Zach, I have very, very good news. Oh, I can talk about this. It's relevant. There is and I don't know if you remember this. I blocked it out until the last time I read through. There is a Lysa Arryn Peter Baelish sex scene in the books.
I've also been blocking this out, and I'm very distressed that you reminded me of this.
And Zach, in one of the funniest things I've ever heard, Roy Dotrice, who speaks he speaks like Magneto with a smoking problem. He does all the time. To hear him describing Lysa Arryn screaming at the top of her lungs, "Oh, Pitire, Pitire, oh, Pitire." It's incredible. It's incredible. It's amazing. I want that as my text tone.
You want that as your what now?
My text tone. I want that as my notification tone on my phone.
That could be arranged. Be careful what you wish for. I'm gonna text you someday in like a high stakes meeting, and you're gonna have a lot of explaining to do.
Oh my god. I have a related story, but I always have a related story. Let's get back.
Let's get back.
Yes. Peter Baelish runs several brothels. There's a lot of like fun meetings in Peter's brothels.
Yes.
There's a meeting between Ned and Kat in the first book, which is really good. Let's see. What else? He shows Ned Bobby B's bastard in one of his brothels.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Hold on.
In an earlier version of Theory, that might have got you a ding, but I've changed it a little bit.
Okay. Let's see. What other meetings take place in brothels? Hold on here. I'm blanking on any other meetings that take place in brothels. Does the meeting between Janos Slynt and Tyrion take place in a brothel when he like fires his ass? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I do love the quote from that scene though. I'm not questioning your honor, Sir Janos. I'm denying existence.
Oh yeah, dude, it's so good. Braun, if I asked you to kill a child, would you do so without question? Without question, no. I'd ask how much. God, the writing in that show was so good.
Yeah.
This is wonderful. This is excellent. We're reminiscing about the Bad Dragon Show because that's what we do around here. We don't talk about the Bad Dragon Show. Does the we of course have to talk about all of Tyrion's trips to meet Shay. We discussed that very briefly up in this side.
Yeah, put a ding for Shay.
Oh, perfect.
What do I have for Shay in here? Oh, Tyrion is betrayed by Shay, we'll use the term prostitute who he hires to pretend to be his lover.
His lover. Now hold the phone here for a second. This is an interesting discussion of definitions and honesty
Is she a prostitute technically? Is she is the proper term sex worker? She's not really doing any work technically.
Is she pretending to be his lover?
Oh, is that where you're going? In the books, I think that's definitely the stronger case. The show does not roll with that at all.
No,
they love each other.
Certainly not. I think that, like in the case of Game of Thrones, lover in this case means girlfriend, right?
Yes.
That's what it is in the modern parlance. And I mean, she's his girlfriend.
As long as the check doesn't bounce.
Yeah, that's true. but you know, why do people date Justin Bieber? It's not for the hair.
Yes. Justin Bieber as Tyrion Lannister, my favorite casting choice.
Would watch confirmed. All right. I have another task for you, wonderful humans who watch these videos. I have
cut off Justin Bieber's nose.
No. That's not the thing I want you to cut off of Justin Bieber. No.
Oh, I see. He's going for the Greyjoy arc there.
We need to add one member. No, I want you guys to start a rumor that Justin Bieber is going to play. Justin Bieber is in talks for the new for an upcoming Game of Thrones show. I want a rumor started that he's in the new Jon Snow show.
He's in the Jon Snow show. He plays the snow.
he's gonna be Arthur Dane, who it turns out was Mance Rayder the whole time.
No, wait, no, that's wait, no, it's Mance Rhaegar, and it's Quarren Halfhand's Arthur Dane.
Zach,
I've not watched the random internet guy video yet.
They're all
this is wrong.
They're all interchangeable.
You're right, first of all, also, it's a time-traveling Dane theory, and Justin Bieber plays every single Dane to ever exist, including the women. He's just hilariously in drag for all the female Danes.
Darkstar, yeah, let's go, Biebs for Darkstar, let's go.
Yes.
Oh my God, what the hell are we talking about? Shay, right? Shay. There's a lot of sex in this theory, Zach.
There's a lot of sex in this theory.
This is a horny theory. We know people love the horny theories.
It's possible that's the way it's going. It's also possible it goes another direction.
Okay.
I think you got more mileage out of the top right corner too.
Oh, okay. Right. What other things happen in Littlefinger's brothels? Here's an unpleasant thing. Jane Poole, the person who the Lannisters pretend is Arya Stark and sell to the Boltons, they have been keeping.
I can save you this uncomfortable conversation. There's no Jane Poole in this theory.
Okay, don't look up what happened to Jane Poole. It's not good.
Don't Google Jane Poole, Song of Ice and Fire. Worst mistake of my life.
Don't do it. Instead, Google. Well, never mind. It's Zach. What other meetings took place in Littlefinger's brothel? Point me in a direction on that one, because I'm not remembering any other things directly related to them. I know that they've made him rich.
You're pull on that thread. Pull on that thread.
He got money, but he hasn't expanded his lands very much. He's the master of coin. So
yep.
There's an interesting discussion to be had about whether he has been enriching his pockets at the expense of the crown.
I think that's close enough.
Okay.
Characters associated with brothels or shown to participate in / use brothels are also highly associated with debt. And I will give a list here. Littlefinger, who helped profit from the crown running into debt. Robert, King Robert, who ran the crown into debt. Tyrion, who constantly says that Lannisters pay their debts. And when Jorah meets Tyrion, he is meeting him at a brothel where he is using the services. And Jorah, the whole thing that led him to be exiled in the first place was engaging in slavery to pay off his debts.
Let me go ahead and throw Tywin into this mix too.
Yeah, Tywin's not a bad person to throw in there. Lannisters paying their debts, and he, of course, is very likely the hand of the king who put the tunnel to the brothel underneath the tower.
Yeah.
And also, Shay is in his bed the night that Tyrion kills him. So that's definitely true as well.
What about the Iron Bank? Any threads over there?
You're going in the right geographical direction for sure.
Huh. Okay. All right. We'll do one of these. Interesting. What an interesting take. Now I should note I'm not confident that I agree with it. That's quite a sweeping statement. However,
it's debt in many different ways, but thematically, the idea of debts and brothels are not all that separated.
Does the phrase "a Lannister always pays his debts" get him and give me a ding?
When we get into the, I'm gonna save it will later, but I'm gonna save that whole segment for the end.
Okay.
Because it's almost a separate theory. I have significantly less faith in. It's badass as fuck, but it's not anything I have any faith in. We'll revisit Lannisters paying their debts and where horrors may or may not go at the end of this video.
Okay, I'll bank a ding for later.
Yes.
I'm full. I couldn't possibly.
I couldn't possibly.
This is very interesting here, Zach. This is very interesting. How? Okay. All right. Okay. So, characters associated with brothels are also associated with debt. And we have a discussion of religion. I know that in addition to everything else that's been going on, the Westerosi crown is significantly in debt to the Faith of the Seven. I believe that Cersei managed to get that debt revoked in the fourth book.
She brings back the Faith Militant.
Yes.
And then in a genius Cersei move, the Faith Militant are then used to arrest her.
Yeah. Oh no, the
Cersei
consequences of my actions.
That voice will be every Cersei chapter's oh no, the consequences of my actions.
Okay, so no dings from that one, yeah?
It's a quote from Alt Swift X in the Glidus's fake Song of Ice and Fire's theory video. If anybody's gonna outsmart themselves, it's gonna be Cersei.
Zach, I kind of dig where we're going here.
Oh, Tom, you're gonna love this theory.
Zach, give me a card.
Let me give you a card.
I want to see what we get from the random machine.
Number 17. Bravos was partially founded by the Moon Singers, who are a matriarchal and effeminate religion.
Is that on the wiki?
Let me right from the wiki.
What an odd turn of phrase that is.
Males can be moon singers too. However, this requires boys to dress and live as women. You have to be effeminate to be a moon singer. You have to be womanly. So they do allow male moon singers, but you have to be in that sort of female get-up.
Interesting. Is that relevant?
The like that aspect of it.
Yeah.
I don't think so. It's more.
Okay.
It's more that like. It's more that it's matriarchal and woman focused. I guess would be the way. Like the
Okay.
Requirement that everybody in it be effeminate is not. It helps with this theory a little bit, but I don't think it's the crux of it.
Do I need to talk more about religions of the East?
Religion, Bravo, see history, religion, and all that. Religions of the East as well. Yeah, those are all good threads to pull.
Okay. All right. Talk to me about the gods of old Valyria. We were talking about this in the gods roundup video. That was great.
Yeah.
Syrax and Meraxes and Balerion are all the names of gods in the Valyrian tradition, which is super cool.
Yes.
What else? What the heck else do we have out there? How about horse friends?
Get pull on the horse friends thread.
Okay. So if we're talking about women in leadership positions, I believe the Jogos Nahai have all of their warriors are women. I might be confusing my peoples out in the Far East here, and they have this statement where only people who give life are able to take it away. Something like that.
I didn't think about that, but that's not where I'm going. You're getting close with the horse friend with the Dothraki stuff and all that. I will give you this because it's a very obscure poll. It's only from A World of Ice and Fire, and it's a very brief bit.
Hold the phone. Dosh Colleen.
No.
No, damn. Okay, go ahead.
Vaes Mejha, Vaesmejah is a ruined Giscari city that the Dothraki live in. It translates to the City of Horrors.
Interesting. Zach, is that where horrors go?
We might be talking about where horrors go when we get to the end of this theory. I think it's a little early to get to that point because that is tinfoil built on top of tinfoil. You have to believe this theory is true before I can hit you with I can tell you where horrors go theory. But that's this adds some credence to what I believe my main thrust of my argument is here.
Mary Mazdur knew songs of the Moon Singers.
She did? I probably should have mentioned something Mary Meister somewhere. I didn't, but that's entirely like
Oh my god!
thing.
I was pulling on a similar thread. The Moon Singers are the priestesses of the Jogos Nahai.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Huh. Miri Mazdur learned the birthing songs of the Moon Singers. Okay. All right. Hold the phone here. Where are we going with this? All right, let's talk about Bravos then. Bravos is home to everyone's favorite not creepy assassin guild, the Faceless
That
Men.
is a nice thread you're pulling on there.
Okay. The Faceless Men are known for Nicolas Caging people, right? They want to take they want to take their face off. You know how it is.
Puts on sunglasses. Yeah.
Arya is currently training with them. She hangs out with the kindly man and the waif.
Ding.
Oh.
Here, I have this wonderful quote from the kindly man.
Okay.
Many have served him of many faces through the centuries, but only a few of his servants have been women. Women bring life into the world. We bring the gift of death. No one can do both.
I'm not sure how fast you think I can type.
Let me know if you need it. We have filling up the thing there.
No one may do both. And this is
the kindly man.
The kindly man to Arya.
No one can do both. It's not a may thing. It's like a statement of. It's almost like he's talking about the laws of physics.
Yeah, but he's also an asshole.
Yeah, he's not really all that kindly. What is this theory, Zach? Where are we going with this? Okay, all right. So we've been talking about debt. I can relate it back around the other way. The Faceless Men always require payment. Yep. Also, let me give you another ding.
Yeah.
Jaqen gives Arya a coin to use to enter the House of Black and White.
Gives Arya a coin to use to get into the House of Black and White. That's true. He does. He does do that. There's wide speculation that the Iron Bank and the Faceless Men are deeply interconnected.
Mm-hmm. That definitely plays well with. I have. There's two ways you can take this theory. The one of them might be maybe there's a third branch to that.
Arya is then employed to assassinate some people, to spy on and assassinate some people, including an insurance broker.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the people, but that's not the person that I will think is the most interesting person she ends up killing.
She also kills Raph the Sweetling in Bravos, in a way that mirrors the chicken scene in the book, in the show rather. It's that whole like, can you walk? Does your leg work?
Yeah.
It's such a good fucked up scene. It's great. who else does she kill? Does she kill anybody else? Oh, we can talk about coins. Pate the Pig Boy gets killed by a coin by Jack and Hagar.
That is true, but that's not a ding.
Damn it. Who I don't. Hold on. I'll cheat. Just give me a second. I'm cheating.
You're just gonna Google people killed by Arya.
Yep, Arya's victims in Bravos. There we go. No, not Game of Thrones. No, not Game of Thrones. Not Game of Thrones. No, not Game of Thrones.
Well, here, I'll give you some help. You talked about the Cinnamon Wind and people who were on it earlier.
Yeah.
There's somebody else who left the wall with Sam at the same time.
Oh yeah, she kills the singer.
She kills Darian. Yes,
yeah.
Sting. Let me read exactly how I wrote this. Darian deserts the Night's Watch over an argument with Sam about his vow of celibacy, which he breaks with the sailor's wife. Darian is later killed by Arya Stark.
Zach, I'm not sure how fast you think I can type.
This isn't a quote. You can write it however you want.
Wait, but it's your piece. I gotta put it down the way you want me to put it down.
You can just get the main thrust of it. Darian has sex with the sailor's wife, one of the most famous, whores in all of Bravos. And later, Darian is killed by Arya as part of her Faceless training. Although I think she really just did it because she thought he deserved it. But she is explicitly supposed to go around and kill people who deserve it, by the Faceless One's definition, at least.
All right, so Darian deserts the Night's Watch after an argument with Sam about his vows and his marriage to the sailor's wife. He is then killed by Arya Stark.
Yes. You got the main thrust of it, which is all I care about, because that is one of the things that reading about that again, remembering that scene, was one of the things that started to pull me towards this theory.
Okay, the sailor's wife has a wonderful little story associated with her. She is supposed to have lost her first husband years ago, somewhere off at sea, and she works as a prostitute at the Happy Port, I believe is the name of her brothel, and she will sleep with people, but only if they will marry her in this wonderful fake ceremony that she does.
Yes, it's a whole ordeal. It's actually oddly similar to Miss Saigon. I believe there's a thing like that in the musical Miss Saigon, where there's a whole little mock wedding ceremony in a brothel slash bar in Vietnam with one of the soldiers and one of the women who is first night working there. He disappears the next day, but she takes the marriage seriously, and that's the plot of Miss Saigon, I believe.
Oh, interesting.
Which is also based on, which is a modern, modern for the time, and the time was 1989, but more modern interpretation of Madame Butterfly, which is about a sailor, actually, about a sailor who goes off to Japan and loves a woman there who waits for him to return, not realizing that he had a wife back home and everything, which is a fun little tragic story.
Yeah.
In Miss Saigon, we get the he married later, completely forgot about this girl until he comes back and finds her one day, sort of thing. It's a lot more interesting of a story in the updated version. It probably needs to be updated again because there's some things that are a little out of date and uncomfortable in that one too. So if anybody wants to make an updated version of Miss Saigon, write that in the write the whole script in the comments.
Yes. Minimum 15,000 words. Zach,
right.
this reminds me of an old saying. Dana, you're a fine girl. What a good queen you would be. But I can't stand another chapter in Marine.
Classic.
Yeah, classic. Absolutely. Zach, I'm gonna be honest here. I'm a little lost. I don't even have like a couple of connections here between some of these things. Like this. I feel like I'm not like building a raft. I feel like I'm just swimming in a sea full of wood.
That's very likely that you are. I think there's some things that will start to piece this together, but there's a lot of leaps of faith in this theory.
Okay.
Do you want me to deal you another card?
Yeah, give me one. Let's see what we can see.
Rolling repeatedly, but I keep getting numbers you've already gotten before.
Yeah, but by standard, just round them up if you get one we've already gotten.
Well, this is the hardest Bible quote to connect to the rest, but
Okay.
You got your first Bible quote.
Perfect. Wait, first.
Oh, we got a couple.
Okay.
By a couple, I mean a throuple.
Okay, perfect.
His tail swept down a third of the stars of heaven and threw them to the earth. Then the dragon stood before the woman who was about to deliver a child, so that he might devour her child as soon as it was born.
And he might devour the child as soon as it was born.
This one I thought mostly had some neat parallels to some of the Eastern lore and that Daenerys hears when she's out in Essos. It's less connected to the theory than just about anything else in here, I think. But I saw the neat little parallel of like the well, you remember the moon hatching and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And this has a very moon hatching and dragons pouring out vibe to it, and also dragons devouring children that's about to be born. Kind of reminds me of Rhaego as well. I thought this was in a neat little thing that kind of adds some flavor to the theory, but I don't think this is the best piece of evidence in and of itself. I just couldn't resist putting it in there.
Okay. It's definitely a good quote.
Let me give you another Bible quote to be nice.
That is some scary shit.
Let me give you another one to be nice.
Okay.
A woman sitting on a scarlet beast that was full of blasphemous names. It had 7 heads and 10 horns. That's also Revelation.
It was full of blasphemous names?
Full of blasphemous names.
It had 7 heads and 10 horns. Interesting. Is this a the dragon has 7 heads theory?
No.
Full of blasphemous names. I'm going to use that as an insult from now on.
You're full of blasphemous names. I can give you the final Bible quote if it'll help. Maybe it will.
You're driving this train, bro.
I'll dump my last Bible quote here.
Okay.
And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the
what was that word?
which thou sawest. It's like saw, but with est at the end.
Ah, the ones that you saw in the most effective fashion.
Yes.
Okay.
Where the whore sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues.
Nice.
And the woman which you sawest is that great city which reigns over the kings of the earth. That's also from Revelation.
Which reigns over the kingdom of the earth. I believe that I messed something up here, right? Yeah, there it is. Huh.
Tom, what if there is a goddess of tits and wines?
Now, see, this is the whore in this case. I probably should have capitalized it. Actually, the whore
Yes.
in this case is an individual. This is a well explored entity in the Bible.
The whore of Babylon.
Yeah. No, I don't believe so. I believe that this is
Yeah.
a different entity. The
No,
whore
it's,
I don't remember who the whore of Babylon is, like Lilith or Judith or Bethany or some shit. That's just like a person, I think.
No, this is the whore of Babylon is the one riding on the seven-headed beast with 10 horns in Revelation.
No kidding.
Yeah, riding on a seven-headed dragon, with her own like some sort of twisted agenda to her, called the Great Whore, and she is highly associated with the city of Babylon as well.
Is this
It's also the my stuff that inspired the song "The Beast and the Harlot" by Avenged Sevenfold, which slaps, by the way.
Zach? I would like to solve the puzzle.
You'd like to solve the puzzle?
I would like to solve the puzzle.
Go for it.
As we know, the sailor's wife has a kid. That kid is widely believed to be a Lannister. Possibly
There's
Tyrion's kid, possibly Garion's kid. You are pitching a Lannister always pays her debts. She is going to come back with bloody, biblical, apocalyptic vengeance on Casterly Rock. She's going to burn Lannisport to the ground.
You've almost sort of skipped ahead to where my additional tinfoil is, and you're gonna love it when we get there because it's not her that's going to do that, Tom.
Oh, is it the sailor's wife herself?
No.
Okay, all right.
We might get into something truly whack later.
Okay.
But I thought of going for a walk today. We're gonna get to the theory proper, and then I went for a walk like a couple hours before we did this. Actually, like just an hour before we did this, and I came up with an additional thing. It's completely whack, but we're not there yet.
Okay.
No, you're very close to like what I'm like doing is the main thrust of this theory. Now,
Well,
Tom,
we're doing a lot of.
Why don't they let women serve in the Faceless men?
I've watched this Preston Jacobs video. It's because women genetically are more inherently magically attuned, and they get scared about it.
Interesting theory. That's not what my conception of it is.
Because they have it down here, right? Because no one can do both. Which is kind of amusing, right? Because they call themselves no one. That's the same. It's the same thing about the Jokers and High, right? It's the same kind of dealio. It's actually, I guess, the inverse of their kind of dealio. Which is kind of interesting because they seem to have been founded, at least in part, by members of the Jogos Nai.
It's interesting. There's a connection there with that and the Moon Singers, and potentially like in Braavosi history as well. There's a major holiday in Braavos that might get you another day.
Oh, it's Unmasking Day, or whatever it's called.
Yes, the Uncloaking Day. Yes, they celebrate the uncloaking.
In Braavos, they celebrate the uncloaking. They do celebrate the uncloaking in Bravo Sec. It's this wonderful sort of celebration, 7 days and 7 nights, and on the last day, everyone takes off their masquerade ball masks. I think it's pretty cool.
It's a whole week-long celebration of intrigue.
I didn't do very well. Intrigue. I got better once I got up to calculus.
Good old trigonometry. We mentioned Stannis earlier. How does Stannis feel about brothels?
Oh my God, Stannis hates everything fun.
Yeah. Didn't he try and do something about brothels?
Did he try to illegalize brothels in King's Landing? Do I remember that?
He tried to make brothels illegal in Westeros.
Stannis Baratheon tried to illegalize brothels. But Zach, the question is, why do I care about any of this? What does that have to do? What does that have to do with goddamn anything?
I know, this is all over the place, isn't it?
It is.
Do you want me to? Let me see if I have any
we
more
have
pieces
three.
of evidence
We have three
before.
horny Bible quotes. We have nonsense about the founding of Braavos. We have religious imagery from the Summer Islands. Not to mention Det and Shay. Okay, all right. Well, let's see if we can thread some things together. We're building a parachute midair.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
How about we talk about Det? Let's talk about Det, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
But you might as well put down the like that. There's some connections between the Faceless Men and the Iron Bravos. Like they do seem to have like some sort of back channel connections.
And the Iron Bank are related. We don't know how, but we know that they're related somehow.
Yes.
This is the women said, okay. Yeah. Now this one down here in particular. This guy all the way at the bottom. This guy's really throwing me.
This is just more evidence towards a grand sweeping like statement I'm going to declare, and I need to find more evidence in the world of Ice and Fire that backed that up.
Zach, I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Yes.
The Grand Horthorn Conspiracy.
I was going to call it the Grand Brothel Conspiracy, but yes.
Wait, what do you mean yes? What do you mean yes? I was memeing.
You're not wrong.
Okay, I guess I gotta meme more then.
Yes.
What, okay, wait, hold the phone. Hold the phone here. Hold the phone. Hold the phone, Zach. Hold the phone. Holy skill. Tyrion is betrayed by Shay. Yeah, that's true. Darian deserts. How does Arya come into this? Darian deserts the Night's Watch. In Bravos, they celebrate the uncloaking. Zach, you can't just say that that's a striptease. You can't just say that kind of thing.
It is called the uncloaking and not the disrobing. Although tomato.
Yeah, I contest that those two things are different. One uses a cloak and one uses a robe. Look, just because one of them has wizards in it doesn't make it less valid.
Do you want me to walk you through how this evidence reads to me?
No, god damn you. No, damn you. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to like reverse engineer the chemical makeup of whatever you were smoking while you were doing this. What do you mean? What are you talking about, Zach? What are you talking about? Quote, his tail swept down a third of the stars of heaven and threw them to earth. Then the dragon stood before the woman who was about to deliver a child, that he might devour the child as soon as it was born. So the dragon, the dragon
that's
has
the dragon that's the dragon that the horror of Babylon rides
on. Nice, by the way.
Which is also the one that has the 7 heads and 10 horns.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You don't have something here?
Are you, hold on. Okay, so are you suggesting that all of the brothels in the world are working directly with or in conjunction with the Iron Bank of Bravos and thereby the Faceless Men to control individuals throughout the Seven Kingdoms?
Basically, yeah. It's a little less grand sweeping than that. I am implying that there is a ancient cult that worships a dark sex god who has spies in every brothel around the world. Now, maybe there's 2 ways this goes in my head. So first of all, it's not every member of every brothel, it's not every whore in the world is part of the same cult, but that there's halfway between cult, halfway between spy organization, much like the Faceless Men, in every brothel in the world, or at the very least, all the major ones. There is somebody doing the bidding of this organization, yes, there's the possibility they're working hand in hand with the Faceless Men, and that's why you can't be a woman or a Faceless Man, because you can't be a member of the CIA and the FBI at the same time. Or they don't hire them because they don't, you can't be a member of the CIA and the KGB at the same time. One or the other. Whether they're working with or against the Faceless Men. I don't know. I just like how a lot of the Eastern religion tracks really well with the Revelation.
Oh, shit, Zach. In the world of Ice and Fire, after Maegor's rule, Septon Moon is running a revolution out of Old Town.
Mm-hmm.
And Magor is like plumb set to burn his place to the ground. I might be confusing my Septons. The person who kills him and stops the revolution so that Magor doesn't burn Old Town to the ground is a random prostitute from the city of Old Town.
Yep. Mm-hmm. There's some other little fun bits of weird little like important things that shouldn't be happening in a brothel. Definitely, that's why I loved how you talk about how Peter Baelish has a lot of important meetings happen in his brothel. Peter Baelish might just be tapping into a spy resource that already existed. Peter's whole thing is chaos is a ladder, jumping in and finding opportunities to enrich and empower himself, and he has a strong connections to Bravos. Maybe those like spy networks and brothels were just a very long existing thing that he is tapping into.
Ah, damn it.
Now,
Oh, damn it, Zach. They would all have knowledge of the layout of the Red Keep. They would know where all the secret tunnels are because of people sneaking in and out. It might be Tywin's fault.
They would also know people's schedules too.
Yeah, they would.
When people come in and when they don't.
Zach.
So
Zach.
There's a grand brothel conspiracy, which may also be a cult, like the Faceless Men.
Zach.
Or at least a religion, like the Faceless Men. Yes?
You can make a religion out of this. Zach, are you suggesting that Shay is a deep cover agent?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
and we'll add a question mark to give it some legitimacy.
Maybe not for sure, but like she like definitely plays a role in causing if you believe the Bravos is leaning on Westeros to try and shake out political events there. Like her testimony helps bury Tyrion.
And that burial destabilizes the Iron Throne and frees up Tyrion to go east.
Yes.
Oh, this quote's really good in the middle. This is a really good quote here, Zach.
Yes. And then you got, of course, the Faith of the Seven, 7 heads on the dragon, written by the Whore of Babylon. Which also I should probably put on there. The Faceless Men believe that all gods are the same god, right?
Yeah, that is true.
Now, I had an idea that was very George R. R. Martin, which is that there are 2 gods. There's the Faceless God who likes killing people, and there is the Whore Goddess who does maybe does not, or maybe she does, but and either they're in conflict or the many-faced god is trying desperately to impress the goddess by showing how cool he can be with his sneaky murder assassins. Which is also kind of the plot of Infinity War in the comics, where Death is personified as a woman who Thanos is trying to please.
Oh yeah, and he's in a love triangle with Deadpool.
Yes. That's the direction you can go with this theory.
Maybe Todd is a woman.
But you can also go with the many-faced god is the same is the Whore of Babylon here, in that the faceless men are in cahoots with the spy network that exists in brothels.
That kind of does seem like the kind of thing they do.
Yeah, I mean that's just free information. If you can get somebody's pants off, you can get their secrets out.
No one can do both. Prowess, they celebrate the uncloaking. What is the relevance of this?
This one?
This one.
The Faith of the Seven?
Yeah.
I thought that fit neatly with the seven heads and 10 horns beast over there. Which is also the dragon that the Whore of Babylon rides on. I thought that worked. Like, I was seeing little interesting parallels of I imagine like different religions taking away different things from the one figure. Like the many-faced god sees that it has the many faces. Seven see the seven heads. Maybe the Targaryens see the dragons.
You're doing a comparative religion thing, assuming that the Bravosi are the only ones who are right. Interesting.
Yes. The Bravosi are right. There's one god with many faces. And maybe it's based on the Whore of Babylon from the Bible. Maybe there's more. There may be like my fan fiction I was writing earlier about there being two gods with like some sort of complicated romance, which is a very George R. R. Martin thing to write. Which also would parallel. That means like there's parallels there between Bloodraven and Shiera. There's some other like elements of that throughout the lore, if you wanted to go down that direction. But I think the more straightforward interpretation is there is a faceless, a many-faced god, and she is a woman.
Can we please call it the Grand Horthard Conspiracy?
You can call it. I was going to call it the Grand Brothel Conspiracy, but yeah, the Grand Horthard Conspiracy. I don't know if you can put that YouTube thumbnail. Grand Brothel Conspiracy, like definitely works.
Now we'll come up with something clickbaity that doesn't give it away.
Tom, I have more.
The uncloaking, I think is fun.
The uncloaking theory. Yeah, Tom, I have more.
Oh, good Lord. Okay.
I think I know who this goddess is.
Is it the god of tits and wine?
No, I think there might be. I think there might be time travel. I think we might go completely off the rails here. Like,
what are you talking about?
Before we go completely off the rails, how do you feel about this theory right
now? Are you asking how much I like it or how likely I think it is?
Both, but part 1, part 2.
10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. So I can't wait. By the way, I can't wait until we finally get around to our brand theory, because after our brand theory debuts, there are no more wrong theories, Zach.
That's true. That's true.
There are just different attempts.
Yes. But I think that the idea that there's a Bravosi, maybe all of Bravos is in the service of the many-faced god, and they just do it in different ways, right? Like they're different branches of the same sort of thing going on there.
I could buy that. I could buy that for sure. Yeah, that every aspect of Bravo, like all the gods in Bravos, and everyone who serves any of them is just serving the same god, and they understand this. They're just serving it in different ways.
Yes, and also maybe they're all like sharing intelligence in a sort of way. The Iron Bank manipulates people's finances. The Faceless Men kill people in ways to cause instability and chaos. And maybe there is a spy organization also serving the many-faced god, who may or may not be a woman, buried deep within the brothels of the world, allowing them to get information they might not otherwise get that helps the others branches. and between messing with people's money, killing people to cause instability, and getting secrets from people who will spill them, they have just so much ability to mess with basically anything they want. They have they have the ability to kill people, the ability to manipulate people in both financial and like your secrets are going to get out sort of way, and they have just information that's like everything you need for a good intelligence service. Anyways, Tom, let's go off the complete fucking rails here.
I mean, Zach, I can't see the surface anymore. There's no reason not to go deeper.
Okay, excellent. We can write down where to Horus go because I have an answer.
Horus go to CIA training camp.
Yes.
This is the name of this video, by the way. The name of this video is Where Whores Go. Oh, we might also not be able to use that one for a thumbnail.
We might
Okay.
We've talked about this before. Actually, you should put down "A Lannister always pays his debts."
Sure.
There's a very meaningful time when he says that. I believe it's in the first book.
Okay.
What?
So we got Where Do Whores Go? A Lannister always pays his debts. If I can get this flipping line to be straight. Where are we going after that?
Let me make sure I got the. Where's the context of? Hold on. I'm talking to myself briefly. As I solve this, where did this quote come from?
Zach. Zach.
Hold on.
Zach,
I gotta make sure.
we just passed 101 minutes in the video.
It happens. People put this on in the back.
We have another video to record.
Okay, fine. I'll just tell you instead of trying to lead you there.
I'm not worried about them.
That's fair. Famously, Tyrion says the Lannister always pays his debts about his father, basically saying that he'll get him back for everything he went through at Tysha.
Yeah. I can't believe I didn't bring up Tysha directly. Okay.
And I would like to bring back to your attention something I've mentioned in I think 2 of our previous videos. The childhood trauma theory of magic.
Yeah. I the more we talk about this, the more you exposit on this, the more it comes around.
Who went through more trauma at a young age than Tysha?
Zach.
We need to get into the details, but
Zach.
What if? Have you ever read Carrie?
Yes. You're telling me I'd like to solve the puzzle?
Yeah.
The sailor's god?
What was that?
The sailor's god? Is the sailor's wife actually a deity?
I don't know if she's the sailor's wife or not. But yeah. What if the sailor's wife is Tysha and also a goddess, or has the power to manipulate people, which would also explain how she was able to get Darian all the way to his death.
Zach, I'm gonna hit you with my favorite turn of phrase. There's textual evidence for that.
There's textual evidence for that. Yeah, I've recently rewatched Carrie, and something struck me about the idea of a vengeful, angry girl, basically. Like, she's quite young. She's only in high school, Carrie. who lashes out at the world for what the world has put her through. And then I thought about that, and then I thought about this theory again, and like, I can make that jump. I don't know if I did it very well, but it's fun to think about.
No, dude, this is kind of good. This is kind of good. This is interesting, right? Because this brings into the realm of this brings into the realm of possibility within this fake A Song of Ice and Fire that the two of us are writing together over the course of these videos.
We're writing more. We're releasing more content about A Song of Ice and Fire than George R. R. Martin's currently. That's his problem.
Yeah, we slow drip it.
Our version of the books might be the giant mechs are fighting as Taisha returns to the world and starts setting out on fire with her god powers. But you're not really getting anything from George at the moment. So
Yeah,
you're gonna have to take it.
Is it better? No, but it's here. Zach, this brings.
We're Little Caesars. We're hot and
ready. That's the slogan of the Happy Port. Got him. This brings into the fold the idea of ancient deities just like hanging out. And Zach, I have very good news. I have very, very good news.
Okay.
There's gonna be at least 2 more of those.
Excellent. I'm glad. We got a trend going on here.
Oh my God, we're building a pantheon. Oh my.
I kind of like the idea of that. There's like some deeper religious cult shit going on in A Song of Ice and Fire. Like the implications are already there. Like, we know some weird shit went down at Summerhall, and that might have like even been sort of some ritual. There's all that time traveling grand stuff that's kind of set up.
Yeah, the old gods worship is real culty, and so is the Faceless Men.
So is the drowned god.
Yeah. Like the thing about Euron in particular the Faceless, the Forsaken chapter of the Euron of Winds. That demonstrates that it's not all bullshit and pomp, like we all kind of thought it might be. That demonstrates that, oh no, it's real and it's scary. Euron declared himself a god. What's to stop Taisha?
Yeah, what's to stop there from being? Well, I think like dark, painful magic being wielded is going to be a more major theme as the books goes on. Like, we've got a wall to collapse, and we've got a war for the dawn to fight. Like, some dark, magical things happening.
Yeah, dude, like, the longer the series goes on, the more it trends toward flipping the Wheel of Time. We got magic instruments and giant monsters. Hell yeah.
I guess technically, if you wanted to summarize this video in a sentence, the theory is that Taisha is the many-faced god, which sounds wild with just a sentence. But like that last leap's a little bit crazy. But I think the many-faced god being a woman and potentially brothels being another branch of her intelligence agency that the Faceless Men basically are the center of. I think that's entirely possible. I think there's some evidence for that.
What do you think of the wife of many faces?
Wife of Many Faces. Ooh.
Zach, that's our show.
Oh, wait, the Faceless Woman theory.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. There it is.
The Faceless Woman theory. All right, that's our show.
Zach, that's our show.
Thank you for watching, everyone.
I don't understand why you would, but I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, thank you for watching. Remember to put your Bobby B bastards in the Google form.
Yes.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
All right. Zach, goodbye.
Goodbye.